Welcome back to another edition of Seahawk Central Sports. I'm your host, Neil Lewis, alongside Brian Nasto, and we're back with the latest on all our Seahawks fall sports.
Today, we'll update you on men's and women's tennis, soccer, swim, women's golf, volleyball, and women's basketball is back in full gear as well. Let's get into it.
Our men's tennis team's ITA regional journey ended on Monday, October 21st. Bruno Calla and Daniel Groom advanced all the way to the quarterfinals, but were defeated by a Duke University duo. Head coach Du Bois was quoted by the Seahawk Digital Network by saying, "Groom and Calla complement each other well, despite their slow start in the match against Duke." The team looks forward to concluding their fall season with an invitational tournament they will host here in Wilmington, November 2nd through the 4th.
The women's tennis team attended the NC Central Invitational on Thursday, October 24th, and it lasted until Friday the 25th. Day one, the Seahawks went 3-2 in the singles and 2-2 in the doubles. Sophomore Anna Gupta and junior Rachel Marthinson each won their opening matches and played in the semifinals. Additionally, Rachel and Anna won their double matches and advanced to the finals against Davidson. Day two, Rachel Marthinson rallied back and won her singles match against her opponent from East Carolina University to win the Maroon Flight, sweeping 3 straight matches en route to the championship. Unfortunately, the Seahawks went 4-4 on singles and 0-2 on day 2 in the NC Central Invitational. They look forward to bouncing back at home in their last appearance of the season at the UNCW Fall Invitational on November 1st through the 2nd. Good luck, girls.
Women's golf hosted the Landfall Tradition at the Landfall Country Club from Friday, October 25th through Sunday, the 27th. We got a chance to capture some of the action and follow some of the most notable players at UNCW, such as Rachel Mast, Caroline Cahill, Fu Kine, and Tao Mai Wen. Fu Kine led the Golfing Hawks, finishing 8 over par with scores of 74, 74, and 76, totaling to 224. Tao Mai Wen followed her with a score of 227. South Carolina won the Landfall Tradition this year with a tournament record of 49 birdies. Women's golf will break until the spring semester, with their next tournament being the UCF Challenge, hosted by the University of Central Florida.
The women's soccer team had 2 matches this week, facing James Madison and University of Delaware. Seahawks hosted James Madison on Thursday evening, winning in a shutout 2-0. Goals came from sophomore Talia Peros and senior Bailey Edwards in the first half of the match. The rest of the game was a defensive putout by both teams. Notable performance by goalie Sydney Schneider as she gets her 5th solo shutout win of the season by making 1 save, increasing their record 10-4 overall and 6-1 in the CAA. The second game, the Seahawks were on the road and made sure to bring the momentum going into Sunday against the University of Delaware. The Seahawks rallied against a 2-goal deficit, tying the game up, forcing an overtime. Goals came from Dominique Martinez in the 57th minute and Audrey Harding with 1 minute and 32 seconds left in regulation. Unfortunately, the Seahawks fell short in an overtime against the Blue Hens with a winning goal from Delaware's sophomore Sarah Delapola with 5 minutes left in the first overtime. Sunday's loss brought the Seahawks down to the 3rd seed in the conference with a 10-5 record overall. They play their next game in the quarterfinals against James Madison University at home November 1st. Good luck, girls.
The Volley Hawks competed in 3 tough conference matchups this past week, taking on College of Charleston Tuesday, October 22nd, Delaware on Friday, and James Madison on Sunday. The girls were swept in Tuesday's match against the Cougars, led by 10 kills from senior Kendall Bender and 9 from senior Madison Peters. Junior Amy Weisman added 19 digs. On Friday, led by Peters and Bender once again, with a combined 21 kills, the girls snagged a home win against the Blue Hens in 3 sets, snapping a 4-game losing streak. Despite a rocky start in the 3rd set, with Andy Haynes of Delaware tying for 2nd most digs in a 3-set match this season in the NCAA, the Volleyhawks fought back to win the set and the game. Unfortunately, the girls weren't as lucky on Sunday, losing in 3 sets to the 2nd in the conference James Madison Dukes. Kendall Bender and sophomore Rebecca Nunez were strong at the net with 8 kills and 4 blocks coming from Bender and 4 kills, 4 blocks from Nunez. The girls gave it their all, even forcing an intense 23-all in the 2nd set on a kill from freshman Katie Lands, but couldn't capitalize. The Volleyhawks continue conference play when they travel to Elon on November 1st.
Exhibition games are a sign that basketball season is around the corner, and Saturday was the case for the women's team as they welcomed Division II Lenora Ryan in the Trask Coliseum. Both teams came out very sloppy to start, with UNCW going into halftime with just a 2-point lead of 27-25. From there, this week, the Seahawks woke up and managed to separate from the Bears, led by senior guard Gigi Smith with a game-high 20 points. Fellow senior guard Lacey Suggs wasn't far behind either with 19 points along with 6 rebounds and 4 steals. The Seahawks would take the victory 72-60. UNCW will be taking a couple trips to meet ACC teams to start the season as they head to Wake Forest on November 5th, followed by a contest against the NC State Wolfpack on the 10th.
The men and women's swim teams traveled to Greenville this weekend to take on the ECU Pirates. Although the Pirates swept both Seahawk teams, our swimmers had some extremely notable performances. Junior Evan Arsenault won the 50 freestyle with a time of 23.89 seconds and the 100 freestyle with a time of 51.99 seconds. Senior Abby Hawks and freshman Mitch Curley took home wins in the 200 individual medleys. Seahawk Swim returns to action in the CAA Pod Meet November 2nd through 3rd, hosted by James Madison. Good luck, Seahawks.
The men's soccer team had one match last week, that being with conference foe Drexel. Saturday's contest came with some high stakes as the Seahawks would clinch the CAA regular season title. The Seahawks jumped out to an early lead thanks to the leg of senior Philip Goodrum with a goal in the 7th minute. After Drexel tacked on a goal of their own in the 55th minute, Goodrum came through in the clutch for UNCW with his 7th goal of the season to retake the lead. After an insurance goal was added by senior Wilhelm Nilsson, the Seahawks would take the game 3-1. Nilsson was also named the CAA Defensive Player of the Week. With that win, the Seahawks would clinch the CAA regular season title, the first for the team since the 2014 season, in addition to keeping their unbeaten record at home alive with a 4-0-1 record. The Seahawks will finish the regular season with a visit to meet the VCU Rams on October 29th, and they will look to complete the season with no losses at home against conference rival Elon on November 2nd.
You're all caught up on UNCW athletics for this week. Be sure to tune in next Friday for more updates on how our fall sports teams are doing on our Facebook and YouTube pages at UNCW TealTV.
Don't forget to stay in the loop via our Twitter and Instagram pages at TealTV_sports for live updates on events as they happen. Until next time, remember to be real
And keep it teal. Have a great weekend, Seahawks.